We have new details to bring you now at 5. There is never before seen video, and we have developing details on yesterday's high-speed chase connected with the death of a Bluffton police officer. His name, Dominic Francis. The chase ended with police arresting one of 3 suspects in Elyria. Mark Namick has the new developments.
Brunswick Hills Police joined the chase of a gray Toyota Prius stolen hours earlier in Bluffton as it raced up I-71. The Prius, driven by 19-year-old Dante Tate of Euclid, one of 3 men spotted in a black sedan that fatally struck Bluffton Police Officer Dominic Francis on I-75 early Thursday morning. Officer James Sanford followed the car west, eventually ramming it off the road on Route 57 in Elyria.
Over to the passenger door!
Tate, now charged with receiving stolen property and running from police. 21-year-old Emmon Johnson of Euclid, who was arrested Thursday near Bluffton, is charged with involuntary manslaughter for driving the black sedan that struck Officer Francis. 21-year-old Zachary Love of Columbus, a passenger in the car that hit the officer, also arrested near Bluffton, faces several charges, including fleeing police. Court records show that 2 of the suspects, Tate and Johnson, have open criminal cases here in Geauga County involving gun charges and receiving stolen property. Jake,
a lot of details have been coming out today. That was the big thing. Who are these guys and why were they arrested? Why were they running? So more details still to fill in some blanks. Thanks a lot, Mark, for the latest.
Well, Betsy, the state rested its case on day 2 of the Geauga's child trial today, but not until the jury heard from Gail Eastwood Ritchie in the moments after investigators narrowed in on her in 2019. Ritchie is on trial now for murder and aggravated murder in the death of her newborn son back in 1993. Sarah Shookman has been watching the case unfold, and she joins us now. Sarah, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, Jay. The state showed how this case, some 26 years later today, was actually solved. Prosecutors' 4th and final witness was the detective who in 2018 started to put the pieces together using updates in DNA technology to find the identity of that baby buried in 1993 as Geauga's child. Detective Donald Seaman testified DNA from the infant's tooth bud was able to be compared with public genealogy database GEDmatch. While there were no direct links right away, over a period of 8 months, detectives used public records to build a family tree of more than 1,400 people. By contacting select family members and requesting DNA samples, he said they turned that ocean into a pond, eventually leading to Gail Eastwood Ritchie's parents. When DNA confirmed Gail and her now husband, Mark Ritchie, were the parents of Geauga's child. Jurors watched that initial interview from May 2019, where Eastwood Ritchie said even Mark never knew about the baby.
Baby was born alive.
I don't remember. I don't recall it ever crying.
Okay. But it's not like it was stillborn or anything. I mean, the coroner's report shows that it actually was breathing.
Okay.
So your intention was, no matter what, you are going to keep this baby.
I didn't know what to do.
Defense attorneys argued in yesterday's opening statements the baby was in fact stillborn. On the tape, Ritchie admitted to placing the baby in a garbage bag, and then sometime later she left that bag in a wooded area near Koinonia Camp, where she was serving as a chaperone for a weekend church retreat. The baby was found just a few miles away in March of 1993. Now, Mark and Gail married the next year. They ultimately had 3 kids. In fact, 2 of their children, Jay, went on to work at Koinonia Camp, a place Ritchie said she continued to visit.
Bizarre indeed. Sarah, did she show emotion in that police interview? We saw just a small piece of it. What was going on in the other portions?
Yeah, Jay, she told investigators she really hadn't thought much about this until they contacted her parents in May 2019, about 2 weeks before that interview you saw. And despite all of the media coverage on this case then and in recent years, Ritchie said she didn't realize the baby had ever been found. But in 2019, the shame and embarrassment around this was enough to make her consider suicide. She is still expected to take the stand in this case, and the defense will start presenting its case tomorrow morning.
Fascinating. Sarah Shookman live from the newsroom tonight. Sarah, thank you.
Yep.
Well, jobs are at the top of your feed at 5 today. With U.S. employers adding 431,000 jobs in March, the unemployment rate fell to 3.6%, nearly back to pre-pandemic levels. And although those are great gains, many Americans don't feel like the economy is strong because of the rising prices like gas. President Biden said today he's urging U.S. oil companies to boost production and announced new fuel economy standards requiring 2026 model year vehicles to get an average 49 miles to the gallon. That's nearly 10 miles per gallon better than last year's models.
Well, out of all the entertainment venues in the entire world, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse was just ranked number 12 out of the top 100 for ticket sales. The ranking is from Pollstar, the concert industry's leading trade publication, and they're based on gross revenue brought in by these arenas. The specific ranking looked at entertainment from mid-November 2021 to mid-February of this past year. The NBA All-Star Game, JoJo Siwa's concert, the MAC basketball tournament, the Eagles concert, as well as the Greater Cleveland Sports Awards, all taking place in that window, and many more this year that help push that ranking as high as it is. That's pretty exciting stuff.
And it's incredible because this was still mask mandates and all that stuff was just starting to come off the books as some of these big events were coming into Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Yeah, it's interesting. So some of the bigger venues, California and New York, they had a lot more restrictions than we did.
Right.
So that might kind of swing things in our favor. But I started thinking, okay, in that span, I went for a Sebastian Maniscalco concert, the big comedian. I was at the Cleveland Sports Awards. I know you recently went to a Cavs game.
We went to a Cavs game. We went to the Rock Hall induction ceremony. That was amazing. Yeah,
and I'm going in May, I think, for a Journey concert. We all use it. It's wonderful because it brings, top flight, world-class entertainment to our city. And I'm glad to see that we're ranked as highly as we are.
And it's indoor and we don't have to worry about rain out.
Yes, it's always perfect weather and warm inside.
I appreciate it so very much. All right, speaking of going outside.
We are a city on the rise, forging into the future from our ironed-out past.
Oh, you may remember in July when the Guardians announced its new team name, and Tom Hanks narrated the video that revealed the new name. Well, now he is coming back. Hanks will be throwing out the first pitch at the home opener. He released a statement saying, quote, "I've had Guardians fever since 1977 when I caught my first game in Section 19 of Cleveland's Lakefront Municipal Stadium." Hanks started his acting career with the Great Lakes Theater Festival in Cleveland. That was a very big topic of conversation at the end of last season. Who would throw out the first pitch for the new team?
I was at the last game at Municipal Stadium, and that was a big question, too. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? And I remember when Bob Hope makes his way into the stadium and onto the place was going bananas.
Of course.
It was a huge deal. Now, this obviously isn't the christening of a new stadium.
No.
But it is the beginning of a new era.
Right.
So there were a lot of eyes focused on who that would be. And I don't think they could pick a better representative. I really don't. He's a nationally known actor, one of the greats of his time, and we all know who he is. I think that's definitely got to be, priority number one. And I think he can throw a mean baseball. I have a feeling he's going to throw a perfect strike.
Well, he supports Cleveland. We know that. He still comes back. I've already asked to have my picture with him.
Nice. Is that going to happen?
I threw out the last pitch for the Indians.
Yes, so that would be synergy.
I think I should get to have my picture taken with the guy who throws out the first pitch.
I think to really tie it together, you should catch the first pitch.
Oh, jeez.
I think you could do that. I can work with you if you need any help.
Jason's laughing over there. I can catch, thank you very much.
I have no doubt that you could catch it, but I think wouldn't that sort of tie the two together?
It would.
You threw out the first pitch on the last game of Indians history. I think it's only fitting that Betsy catches the first pitch from Tom Hanks. Now, that would be fun.
Let's start a poll or whatever. What are those things that the people sign up their names on?
Yeah, it's a petition.
Yeah, let's get one of those going.
Let's get her going. All right. Hey, this is big news for my hometown. Thrill seekers rejoice. Cedar Point is in the running now for multiple top titles this year after being nominated in 5 different categories in the annual 10 Best Polls by USA Today.
Wow.
Cedar Point is up for, no surprise, Best Theme Park,
yes.
Best Roller Coaster,
yes.
Best Theme Park Hotel,
yes.
Best Outdoor Water Park,
obviously,
and Best Theme Park Entertainment.
Yes.
You can cast your votes now by going to our website, WKYC.com. Search for this story. Just put in search Cedar Point and it'll come up. The voting closes at noon on April 25th, and the winners will be announced on May 6th. I think this is exciting.
It is. Now, the coaster that has been nominated, is it just one?
There's 3.
There's 3.
Yeah, so they've got a really good chance at winning Best Coaster. You've got our favorite, Steel Vengeance.
Oh, that's so
We rode
good.
that together last year and had a blast. Millennium Force, which
Of course.
that's like one of the absolute standards. If you're a
not
big
do it.
roller coaster enthusiast, you love that ride.
Yes.
And also Maverick, which I think, and I love all 3 of those.
That is a good one, too.
Yeah, so I'm kind of torn. I might vote 3 times.
Have you ever stayed at the Hotel Breakers?
I have, and it's beautiful, and that's the hotel that's up for Best Theme Park Hotel.
It's like you're not in Ohio anymore.
No.
It's so fun.
And it's on the beach,
Yeah.
and it's just a beautiful setting.
Easy access
If you're
to the
ever
water
looking for
park.
like a weekend getaway,
Do
and
it.
as so many folks are looking to do, go up to Cedar Point and stay at the Breakers Hotel.
Yeah, if you can do it.
I promise you'll. Yeah, it is. It's a
not
bit
cheap.
pricey.
They do run specials,
but
though.
They do.
Watch the Twitter feeds. We got a slamming deal on that one year because
Yeah.
they were just trying to fill some other days.
It's right on the beach, too.
So
It's
great.
so much fun.
Do
Good
it.
luck. We hope Cedar Point sweeps those awards.
All right, we still have lots coming up for you on this Friday. New technology could change how you get your next fast food meal. To virtual food workers, this could revolutionize the restaurant industry.
This is a really interesting story.
Wow.
Then reality star Caitlyn Jenner has a new gig. We're going to tell you all about it. That's coming up in Pop Break with Kiera. And Jason's here. He's got a peek at the forecast. Saw snow on my ground outside my house this morning, Jay.
Yeah, I'm sure
Not
there's
happy
a
about
few
that.
more houses that had a little bit of a white stuff out there in the front yard, the backyard, the sidewalk, and everything else in between. It is the weekend, folks. 30s out there right now. The start of the weekend, I don't think it'll be too shabby. The latter half, though, oh, yeah, let's talk about that. That full forecast is coming up next.
Welcome back to What's New. Right now, we're talking the future of fast food restaurants. But for some cities, the future's already here.
Yeah. Right now, 12 restaurant chains in 6 states rely on over 4,000 ninjas to take orders from people at drive-thrus. A new video software system called Bite Ninja allows restaurants to hire workers from anywhere, as long as they have internet connection, to take orders remotely. Something saving people time and gas, but also giving them a human connection while ordering their food.
I love the job. I love meeting new people every day, the social interaction, and I get to work from home.
After the order is placed and submitted, kitchens will then get the food ready, and just like at a regular drive-thru, an employee will hand the customer their order through the window. So what do you think of this, Bets?
I'm like stymied by it. So I am the person that gets on the phone with customer service, and I'm like, you know, trying to be conversational so they do what I want them to do, give me money back or whatever. But I'm like, oh, where are you located?
Yeah, right.
You know, I always want to know where people
Sure.
are, and you never know where they're going to come back from.
No, could be all over the world.
And so now when you go to get a burger or whatever, you could be talking to somebody from anywhere.
So this is kind of cool because the pay for this is between $10 to $20 an hour.
It's not chump change.
Depending on demand.
Yeah.
We don't have any of them here yet, unfortunately. Around 50% of restaurant operators cite staffing recruitment as their top challenge in 2022.
Oh, yeah.
We know how big of a deal that is.
There were a ton of restaurant people who were saying, you know, we get people who apply, but nobody shows up for interviews, or they don't show up for their first day.
My only fear is, and we've all had this happen, you go to one of these fast food restaurants, you put your order in, you can't wait to eat, you get home, you open the bag of food, and it's not yours.
Right.
The order is wrong. And now we're adding someone in that might be in San Francisco.
Yeah, but you have a human handing you that food, so you can still look in and check her out.
I know.
Double check and all
I
that.
know.
I'm the person.
just skeptical.
Have you had to do the thing where you order your own food?
Yeah.
What a disaster that is.
Yeah, that can really
You
be.
might as well put a roulette wheel on there and just let me spin it like the Wheel of Fortune. Wouldn't it be fun, actually, going to a restaurant? Jason, I know you'd be up for this.
I would.
Just spin the wheel. What am I having for lunch
too
today?
picky.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you are picky.
I've had those little kiosk things in airports before, and there was a bazillion of people just kind of waiting there like boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop. And you still had to actually ask someone to come and help you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's an issue.
So it's not really speeding things up.
No.
Not so much.
I mean,
all right, it is
we still
definitely a
need
little bit
humans.
colder out there, my friend.
It is. We've still been dealing with some of those light lake effect snow showers across the area today. A few little flurries still blowing about. Nothing too terrible, though. Hey, we do have high pressure coming in later this evening through the hours for us to begin the weekend for tomorrow. So all this energy that you see happening outside right now, you can kiss it goodbye, at least for the moment here. We have high pressure back over towards the Ozarks region right now, and we're watching another aerial low that was likely going to be moving into the region late Saturday night heading into early Sunday. So we start off the weekend fairly nice, and then we change things up just a little bit. Of course, this is Northeast Ohio after all. Warm air down south. You can see that trough still sticking around Northeast Ohio and portions of the Great Lakes Midwest, but that is, again, beginning to edge out just a little bit. Here's what it looks like for the rest of the night. I'm calling it early spring chill remaining in tow. You'll see temperatures settling down into the upper 20s, and some areas will stay right around low 30s for us. Your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast again showing we start to taper off in terms of our light lake effect snow showers. Throughout the overnight hours again, partly cloudy skies expected, and we'll wake up to that tomorrow morning as well. Through the heart of our Saturday, I think we'll be a-okay. We'll get a variable mix of sun and some clouds, and then we'll have increasing clouds later into the afternoon, early evening hours. And then that weak cold front that I've been talking about is going to swoop through as well a little bit. So we'll likely see a little bit of mix and maybe even some light snow and even some rain showers for areas that stay well above the freezing mark. Near 40 degrees you can see down in Akron, Canton, very early in the morning on Sunday. And then bloop, just like that, most of the activity is on out of here, and we'll just cruise right into the afternoon for our Sunday with some garden variety type shower activity. Not a whole lot of rain showers are expected, so we're not going to have even much more than maybe 0.2 of an inch of a drop in the bucket there for our Sunday heading into early Monday as well. So giddy up, y'all. It is the weekend. Low 50s tomorrow, upper 40s, low 50s for the rest of the weekend come Sunday as well. Through midweek next week, we start to talk about another wave of activity coming in. So we have a wet pattern that is going to be marching right on through Northeast Ohio Wednesday heading into Thursday. And we're going to be smacked right in between of those by the time we end the week as well. So here's your National Design Mart, or excuse me, your Union Home Mortgage 7-day. Notice temperatures rising Monday, Tuesday, hey, even into Wednesday. More rain showers expected, but that rainy pattern continues through the end of the week as we go back down into where we should be for this time of year. Bets and Jay.
Giddy up, Jason.
Giddy up, y'all.
That's showing his Texas background right there.
We had a giddy up and a y'all.
I know.
I mean, that was
I like that. Well,
fluent.
That's how you slide into the weekend.
That's right.
Right there.
All right, Jason, thank you so much. Just ahead for us, Jim Carrey has new plans for his life. What the actor announced that has some shocks. That's ahead in Pop Break.
Then a mysterious sighting at a popular Northeast Ohio venue. What in the world is creeping around the grounds there? It's our Worth the Watch.
So hilarious.
We are going to be talking Pop Break today. I'm back. Okay.
Well, another actor is stepping away from acting. Caitlyn Jenner has a new gig, and Real Housewives is leaving the U.S. for a new series.
That's a lot of intrigue there.
Yeah.
I want to find out what's going on. Let's bring in Kiara Cotton. She joins us live from the newsroom with all the details in our Friday Pop Break. Hi, Key.
Hey, Jay and Betsy. It seems as though the retirement bug is going around, but listen, you guys don't get any ideas, okay? You're stuck with us a little while longer. Longtime actor Jim Carrey is the latest star to say he's ready to call it quits. While on a press run for his new movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the 60-year-old said that he's retiring from acting. He went on to explain that while being a celebrity is fun, he really enjoys his quiet life, making art and spending time with his family. Jim Carrey began his career in the 90s with a breakout role on Living Color. From there, he starred in some of our favorites, including The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. And Caitlyn Jenner has a new gig. The reality TV star and former Olympian has been named the latest contributor for Fox News. In a statement, Jenner said, "I am humbled by this unique opportunity to speak directly to Fox News Media's millions of viewers about a range of issues that are important to the American people." Jenner, who is 72 years old, made her debut on the network last night. And last but not least, the Real Housewives franchise has tackled several states across the U.S., but now they're heading overseas to Dubai. The longtime reality TV show released the trailer for its 11th city this morning. The show follows 6 Dubai women who all have unique stories but run businesses and spend time navigating the luxurious social scene. The Real Housewives of Dubai is set to premiere June 1st. And following the news of Foo Fighter drummer Taylor Hawkins' death, the group has pulled out of their Grammy Awards performance. However, you will see performances from Silk Sonic, Lady Gaga, Lil Nas X, and so many more at the award ceremony this Sunday. Jay and Betsy.
Wow, that was a lot to unpack. And the Real Housewives of Dubai, we think like the women in Atlanta and LA and all that are luxury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just hold my beer because they have like a totally different world of luxury.
Yeah, they really do. On the Jim Carrey news, Key, I'm not really stunned by that because he just laid waste to Hollywood on Monday and Tuesday doing interviews talking about how they're collectively spineless, and he was never more embarrassed to be part of a club than when he was watching the ovation for Will Smith, and he went in, so you got to imagine that the jobs would have been kind of scarce moving forward anyhow.
See how many more decide to make a decision like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Thanks, Keith. Sure thing. Have a great weekend. Today's Worth the Watch is a bit of a mystery. The legendary Bigfoot was spotted on the grounds of Blossom Music Center, the Cleveland Orchestra's summer home. This never before seen amateur footage shows the creature in action, hiding in the woods. He's scavenging for food on the grounds there, eagerly waiting for music to return to the venue. Look, he's even peeking behind the tree there, Bets. It's almost like he knew the photographer was there.
Almost.
Bigfoot seekers throughout Northeast Ohio encouraged to hunt for the creature this summer during the Cleveland Orchestra's Blossom Music Festival. Tickets to festival concerts go on sale starting Monday, April 4th at clevelandorchestra.com. Okay.
I mean,
it's obviously an April Fool's Day joke, but it was a pretty good one, courtesy of the Cleveland Orchestra. Solid PR move. So go to Blossom, buy your tickets.
Can't wait to have the weather to get to do it.
I know, I'm looking forward to it too. Yeah. I wasn't fooled for a second. I've seen pictures of the real Bigfoot, and that doesn't look like the real
Jay
Bigfoot.
is one of the most gullible people I know. He
and
fell
if I
for
didn't buy
immediately.
it, nobody's buying it.
He fell for it. Sorry.
Bigfoot is real though. I mean, that's a fact.
Yes. Okay, let's move on, shall we?
He's real.
Next at 5:30, relief in sight. What could be ahead for gas prices and the impact that it's going to have on your wallet?
Oh, college basketball fans are excited. March Madness is going to peak here in the next several days. We're previewing this weekend's final 4 games as college basketball season winds down.
And now, live from WKYC Studios, this is What's New.
All right, let's get you caught up now on 3 things you need to know at the bottom of the hour. First, we now have the names of suspects in the death of Bluffton Police Officer Dominic Francis. Emin Johnson and Zachary Love are being held at the Hancock County Justice Center. Dante Tate is in custody at the Medina County Jail. The situation began early yesterday morning near Findlay. Police say the suspects were speeding and police were chasing them. Francis was killed while putting out stop sticks to slow the chase. Police finally caught up with 2 suspects in Hancock County, the 3rd in Elyria. Brunswick Hills Police Chief told 3 News that the suspects are well-known, wanted car thieves in the Cleveland area.
An Ohio appeals court upheld a $25 million judgment against Oberlin College that was awarded to Gibson Bakery. The bakery accused the college of libel in the aftermath of a shoplifting incident. You may remember back in 2016, there was a fight between a black student and one of the Gibsons after the student was accused of shoplifting. Later, Oberlin College staff and students protested the bakery, claiming racial profiling. The Gibsons were ultimately awarded $25 million in compensatory and punitive damages. Today, a court of appeals rejected the college's arguments and said they must also pay $6.2 million in attorney fees.
Wow. The Cleveland Guardians are pulling out some big star power for the home opener on April 15th. Actor Tom Hanks will be in town to throw out the first pitch. He released a statement saying, "I've had Guardians fever since 1977 when I caught my first game in Section 19 of Cleveland's old Lakefront Municipal Stadium." He added that he's honored to return to Cleveland and throw out the first pitch. Hanks started his acting career with the Great Lakes Theater Festival in Cleveland. And so a star was born. It'll be neat to see him back in town for that. With that, we welcome you into the second half hour of What's New on this Friday afternoon, April 1st.
I almost forgot it was April Fool's Day until you did the Bigfoot
yeah,
thing.
well, I was going to ask you
oh.
if you played any April Fool's Day jokes.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't even
either.
get the girls. I'm
Wow.
a terrible mother.
Maybe
what
you
kind
get
of a
next
mother
year.
am I to not trick my children?
Something tells me that you were the victim of many from your father growing up.
Oh, from Dad. My sister and I teamed up against my mom quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We thought it was hilarious.
I don't know. Dad
She
seems
did
like a
not.
big practical joker to me.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. There's all
Oh,
kinds
there are
of
great stories that I've heard.
Stories.
Yeah, your wedding was pretty fun.
Okay, we're going to keep going now to our first top talker. Gas prices. You hush your filthy mouth.
I will.
Robert.
That's just between us.
Now it's between us and everybody watching. All right, according to AAA, the national average is $4.22. That's up just over 60 cents from last month. Meanwhile, the average in Ohio is $3.99 a gallon, which is also up nearly 60 cents from a month ago. Now, the nation is preparing to switch to a costlier summer grade of gasoline next month, known as the summer blend. And while President Biden's move to tap 180 million barrels of oil over the next 6 months will bring some relief, it does come with a caveat.
The national average could spend most of the summer under $4 a gallon, so long as the situation between Russia and Ukraine does not significantly escalate.
Oh boy, that's a big so long. Well, the administration is also rolling out new fuel economy standards requiring 2026 model year vehicles to get an average of 49 miles to the gallon. That's about 10 gallons more per mile. 10 miles more per gallon than last year's models. He's also invoking the Defense Production Act to encourage domestic production of materials used in electric vehicle batteries. 49 miles to the gallon.
That's a huge ask.
That's a big jump. But by 2026, I mean, you think about how far they've come in the last 5 years even on gas economy. I think they'll be able to do it.
You know, who am I? Those numbers I'm sure are verified, but I find it almost hard to believe that right now the average for this year's model is 39 miles to the gallon, because I have 2 newer vehicles. They don't get anywhere near 39 miles to the gallon. I wish I got 39 miles to the gallon.
I get like 32, and I don't exactly coast a lot, but I do believe in coasting.
You have the most lead foot of anyone in this building. You do not
I can coast more.
Sure,
That's it. That's why I do
get
it.
up a lot of
It's
speed.
momentum.
That's a leap. 49. Listen, I hope we get there, but
do you have one of those things in your car? It
yes,
tells you
shows
what
you
your
how much
gas
power.
might, and then it's like, oh, you're getting 40 miles a gallon. I love that
Yeah, and then when you let
Like,
your foot
by
off the
it.
gas,
And
it
then
says you're going to get 99
right.
miles to
and
the gallon.
And then you put the gas, and you're like, oh, back off just a little bit. It's
I think that's helpful. It is helpful. 49, though, that is a lot. I hope we get there. All right, let's take a look right now. Live pictures outside the Caesars Superdome. This is in New Orleans. We're showing this to you because that is where this year's NCAA Men's Final Four is going to take place. Happens this weekend. Boy, you've got some real blue bloods in this year's Final Four. All of them are perennial college basketball powers. But the game that most people are really focused in on is the one between Duke and North Carolina. Now, outside of the Ohio State-Michigan football rivalry, this rivalry annually is voted the second best rivalry in all of sports. It's because they're superpowers, and they're also separated, their two campuses, by 7 miles. Now get this, Bets. Tomorrow, when they meet in the Final Four, it will be the first time ever that Duke and North Carolina have played in the NCAA tournament. Against each other. I mean, that is just mind-boggling to me because they're there every year. Tremendous storylines in this one. Coach Mike Krzyzewski is leaving Duke after 42 seasons at the helm there. This is Coach K's 13th trip to the Final Four. He's won 5 national championships. Duke is the 2 seed. They're favored by 4.5 points. But I should point out, they played each other just a couple of weeks ago, and North Carolina beat Duke in Coach K's last home game ever. It really spoiled the party.
He's got a vendetta.
And there was some bad blood because when the coaches came through the line afterwards to shake, there were some Duke coaches that didn't shake hands with North Carolina's head coach.
There's no room in sports for that.
No room for that. So this is going to be a battle. Number 8, UNC is the lowest seed left. The two programs have met 257 times, but never in the tournament. North Carolina leads the series 141 to 115. First game is a 6:09 tip. That has the tournament's only 1 seed remaining. That's Kansas. They're favored by 4.5 over 2 seed Villanova. The Wildcats beat Kansas in the 2018 Final Four on their way to winning the national title that year. The NCAA tournament down to just 3 more games remaining. All of these teams have won national championships. They're all powerhouses. And if you're planning these kind of things and you're looking to get the powerhouse matchups, you couldn't have done any better.
Right. Well, the state of North Carolina is just going to shut down for the weekend. They're done.
We said, well, who was the country music star?
Yeah.
Eric Church is canceling his scheduled concert. I believe it was in Texas because he's from North Carolina and he's like, look, I can't perform. I've got to watch the game. So, yeah, it's going to do a monster TV rating and may the best teams win.
A lot of people are going to be out and about taking it in. Just be careful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is back, everybody. The very popular Eggshell Land has returned and in a new location. We're going to tell you when and where you can get in on the Easter fun.
And a student reporter from the I Promise School news team speaks to Greg Metzger, the executive director of Little Free Library. But first, Jason's back with another look at our forecast.
Hey, it is the weekend, guys, and all eyes on what's it going to be like on Saturday and also on Sunday. And could we look ahead to next week as well? We'll do all of that. 40 degrees today. How warm will it be tomorrow? I'll tell you coming up.
Mic check.
Oh, mic check. We are at Welcome to the Farm. I'm here with Ricky Smith of Random Acts of Kindness Everywhere, and we are here talking about grilled cheese and all the...
Well, we have some good news. Eggshell Land is back. After a 2-year hiatus, the Manolio family's Easter tradition reopens today.
And Eggshell Land is at a new location this year, now at Eddy Fruit Farm in Chesterland on Caves Road. Attendees will get to see all sorts of designs made out of eggshells. It'll be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day through Easter Sunday on April 17th.
It's always fun to go and see. They're all hand painted and just beautiful, and so cute to see the kids like reacting to all the colors and the designs, and it's kind of like Christmas lights in April.
Have you seen the new product for painting eggs? It's actually not painting eggs. You put the egg in this gimmick that spins it around really fast, and you take markers and you draw on the egg as it's spinning, and it makes beautiful designs.
Ooh. It's like a reverse spirograph.
Pretty much, and the owners of this, I read a story about them, the owners of this are like living in the lap of luxury now, in billions and billions of dollars in profits.
Those crafty people.
Why didn't I think of that, Jason? It's such an easy idea.
All right, Jason, next week, that is on your to-do list now. I will mark it down as one of your duties. We must find the egg decorating apparatus.
I know, I gotta put it on my Amazon wish list for this weekend. I wish we had a little bit more color in the sky, friends, but we are really struggling for today. It wasn't too bad, though. We hit 40 degrees for the afternoon high temperature. We still have a few light snows blowing about as well. The trough across northeast Ohio is beginning to lift, so that is good news for us. We have high pressure not too far away, so it'll be moving into our area, our neck of the woods over the start of the weekend, so it will help to bring a little bit more sunshine into northeast Ohio as well. Behind me, you see another cold front marching towards our area as well. That is going to be headed to northeast Ohio late tomorrow night into early Sunday. It's not going to be as potent as what we normally expect during the cold winter months, but it'll knock a little bit of the chill into the region as well. Your National Designer hour by hour forecast: a few clouds sticking around overnight tonight. Temperatures settling into the upper 20s, low 30s for some, but not all. More sunshine, a few clouds moving in tomorrow afternoon will increase the cloud cover as well. And then here comes the cold front moving around sunset for tomorrow evening. A few laps of some light rain are going to be possible as well. And once the aerial low kind of clears the region, we could be talking about near freezing temperatures with a few light lake effect snows possible for the first half of Sunday. Then once we warm things up above the freezing mark, we'll have a little bit of garden variety type showers activity in the afternoon as well. But I think for the most part, late Sunday into Monday, we'll be clearing things out as well. So we'll be hovering around the freezing mark, waking up early Monday morning. Variable cloudiness for tomorrow, low 50s expected. Behind the cold front will likely be in the upper 40s there with some sunshine possible in sparks in some areas there on Sunday. We'll cruise right into the low 30s overnight tonight, and winds for the most part will be fairly calm as well. So we could be seeing a bit more of the upper 20s rather than the low 30s across the region. And there you have it. This is what we have waking up for tomorrow morning. Again, not too terrible, but of course we would like it to be a little bit warmer as well. Here's where the warmth will be though in your Union Home Mortgage 7-day. Temperatures start to climb. Starting on Sunday, upper 40s, a low 50s by Monday, but we are in the midst of a wet pattern, my friends. Aerial low pressures continue to move through the area Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and likely into Friday of next week, but a warm front will definitely lift us up into the 60s yet again midweek, but it is not going to be sort of a dry one for the most part for next week. J.M. Betts.
All right, we have an update for everybody. It is called the Eggmazing Egg Decorator.
Yeah, and I just showed it to you, and what do you think?
You put the eggs in this little thing, and it spins them around, and you use a pen to
little marker
color them.
And it works.
So, what are they going to think of next?
I know. Well, every Friday, we hear from one of our student reporters at the I Promise School in Akron. This week, they invited Greg Metzger, the executive director of Little Free Library, into the Colleague Media Lab. He was visiting the school from Wisconsin, where he heads a movement that provides book access in neighborhoods worldwide.
Hello, my name is Dominic Townsend. I am a 7th grader at the I Promise School in Akron. Today's guest is Greg Metzger. He is the executive director of Little Free Library, a nonprofit organization that works to improve book access across neighborhoods worldwide. Welcome, Greg.
Thanks, Dominic.
Why is book sharing so important for communities?
Unfortunately, Dominic, there are a number of families where books are kind of a scarce resource. But books are very important to be able to improve your reading and do well in school. So when communities come together, there are people that have books that are just sitting on bookshelves. It's great to be able to share those books with their neighbors, and they use a Little Free Library to do that.
Tell us about this special Little Free Library that has been placed at our school.
We just did a ribbon cutting for a dadification Little Free Library, and it's all about getting and encouraging dads to read with their kids and their sons and their daughters, because it's really important. It's a bonding opportunity, and it really demonstrates the importance of reading to kids.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's great.
How can someone start their own Little Free Library?
Well, you can go to our website, littlefreelibrary.org, and there's all kinds of plans if you want to build your own. Or if you're not that handy, you can get a kit from us, and it's easy to assemble. But there are people that make Little Free Libraries out of all kinds of things.
Thank you, Greg, for appearing on 3 Questions from the I Promise School. I am Dominic Townsend from the I Promise News Team.
Well done, kiddo. All right, our First Look Friday. We are live in the Flats tonight as a new food truck opens. Stephanie Haney is going to be along with that.
Can't wait for that. Then celebrating Mandy. She's more than just a horse in Cleveland. We'll explain in our Show Us Something Good.
Mic check. Mic check. This is what we have here at Welcome to the Farm. We've got lots of grilled cheese here, and Ricky Smith, the founder of Rake. Cool.
Yeah, I'm still in shock, right? The whole goal is like.
Welcome back to What's New. We have a first look now at a new food truck in the Flats. We talked about this earlier in the week. It's called the Really Amazing Food Truck, and it has, Betsy, an amazing cause.
Right now, it's all donation-based, and all of the money will go toward the owner's nonprofit organization, RAKE, or Random Acts of Kindness. Our Stephanie Haney is live there now for the launch of all this. And Steph, tell us how all this came to be.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Betsy. Yes, I am here in the Flats in downtown Cleveland at Welcome to the Farm. This is one of the newest spots in the Flats. They've got live music. It's a great spot any night of the week, but especially on a Friday and Saturday, because that's when you can come here and get your snacks too. You get them right outside, you bring them in, you have a good time. I'm here with the founder of Random Acts of Kindness Everywhere, Ricky Smith. Hi, Ricky. Thanks for being here.
It's good to be here. I was already going to be here, so it's even better to be here that you're here. So actually, thank you for being here.
Well, you're very welcome. And Ricky is the person responsible, one of the people responsible for the Really Amazing Food Truck, which you can see out here over the window. Take a look out there. That's what we're going to be checking out today. It's all tied to his nonprofit organization, RAKE, and these grilled cheeses are for a good cause. Ricky, tell us a little bit about how that works.
Yeah, so every meal that we serve, we give one to those in need, or just somebody, not even just in need, but just people who might need a meal. So frontline workers, just me and you, we get hungry. I guess we all eat. So, but for the entire month, we're actually going to just do donation-based. So it's a free meal. So come on out to the farm, get some tater tots, some grilled cheeses. Your favorite cheese?
I like white American cheese personally.
It's kind of racist of you. Just joking. Just joking. No, but you know what we found out with grilled cheese is very personal.
Yeah.
People grew up with them. When you were sick, when whatever, your mom gave you different grilled cheeses. I like a mustard with a white American mix, but a little butter. Some people use mayo, but just a good time, man. So it's fun. You can't eat a grilled cheese and not be happy.
All right, well, let's order some of these grilled cheeses. We've got the menu right here. Here's one of the owners of Welcome to the Farm, Bobby. Bobby, I want to get the, speaking of the white American, I want the Hey Ya. Can I get one of those?
Let's go. Simple.
All right.
I don't know if you know this. These are all my favorite rap group of all time is Outkast. These are all Outkast songs. Me and Bobby actually discussed this. We had to make sure that the vegans had something to eat. He didn't try them, but I tried all of these, the vegan cheeses. Yeah, we did it for you guys.
All right, we'll talk about the vegan cheeses later. I'll let you know what we think about the vegan cheeses. Let's take a look at the food truck. That's what you're looking at right here, the Really Amazing Food Truck.
Wrapped.
This is wrapped. Can we take a look at this artwork here? Beautiful artwork. And the whole thing is wrapped. Ricky, let's get up here. Let's grab these grilled cheeses. We got about 30 seconds left. You want to try some of these?
Hey Ya, I know it was quick. Can you make a Hey Ya like right now? I can make that as soon as you... It's already... Oh, look how quick this is. Only at the raft can you be saved this quickly. Absolutely. So you're going to be the first one to try one. You ready?
Yeah, but I'm going to trade you because this one has ham on it.
Yeah, that was the wrong one, buddy. Okay, here we go.
You got the microphone for me? Okay, we're taking a
I'm
bite.
holding yours. Here we go.
White American grilled cheese.
Cheers. Do we cheese? Do we cheers? Say cheese.
Cheesy cheers.
That is that sandwich is as big as your head, Steph.
That was very good.
Oh my goodness.
That was pretty good. This is a massive grilled cheese. That's just how I like them.
Wow.
I know this is not good for TV to eat, but this is good.
I'm here for the tater tots. If anybody has extra tater tots, by the way. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Lots.
Amazing.
He's like, I can't talk right now because we're eating the cheeses. Come out here, you guys, Fridays and Saturdays from 5 to 10 p.m. That's when you can hit up the Really Amazing Food Truck.
This view. This view's amazing.
So the Flats is where it's at. I'm telling you, the Flats are back. Better than ever.
Crazy.
Good stuff.
Steph, thank you so much.
That's right.
I like pepper jack. Just throwing it out there. Of
course.
I mean, just throwing it out there.
We're taking orders. We're taking orders.
All right, thanks. Boy, that looks really good. All right, today a special birthday shout out to one local horse. We're going to tell you all about Mandy. That's next.
Then on 3 News at 6, relief for refugees. The work happening in Columbus as the state prepares to help and welcome those displaced from the war in Ukraine.
And time for our pop quiz question right now. Even though the exact origin of April Fool's Day remains unknown, what is the festival that's believed the day may have originated from? Festival of Hilaria, Festival of Fringe, or the Festival of Gags? We'll answer it next.
Al, how are you? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Good evening. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fallen.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. I'm walking out right now. Laura Queso's mic.
Hey, court records show that 2 of the suspects, Tate and Johnson. How's that? Great.
Before the break, we asked you, what's the festival that's believed to be the origin of April Fool's Day? And the answer is Festival of Hilaria.
Oh.
Hilaria means joyful in Latin, and it's said that that festival took place in ancient Rome, but again, no one is really around to confirm that that was the origins of April Fool's Day.
Huh, that wasn't left in the scrolls or anything?
No, apparently.
The tablets
apparently
or whatever?
Not. Yeah. Okay, our Show Us Something Good comes from the Cleveland Mounted Unit. Mandy is celebrating her 19th birthday today, and she's being treated like the queen that she is. The department posted this video of Mandy enjoying some cake with a birthday hat on. I'm sure we're going to see that video any second now. Nope, Mo just tells me.
But we still get to see the horses.
We don't have the video.
And the party.
So I can't even tell you which one of those horses is Mandy.
The nice one.
The 19-year-old one. Anyway, we're sorry that we couldn't share that video with you. Trust me, it was really cool.
Love when the mounted police are out at events. They always let you go up and say hi to the horses.
It is great.
The horses do appreciate it too.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know if anybody noticed today, but we actually pulled a little prank on all of you. Because we wore matching outfits today.
Yeah, that's
If you're sitting there going, gosh, something looks just so similar. This is what dorks we are. We thought this is hilarious. Like we weren't going to say anything. And then right at the end, we're like, haha, we're all wearing the same outfit. It's kind of like that Spider-Man cartoon a lot of folks like.
But somehow J. Mike got a gray shirt instead of the white shirt.
Right.
I don't know how that happened. We still love you, J. Mike. But anyhow, happy April Fool's Day. Thanks so much for watching the program. We're back Monday at 5. We hope to see you then.
3 News at 6 with Russ and Laura starts now.
Now at 6, honoring an officer. As the Bluffton community mourns the loss of a fallen police officer, new details and video tonight of that deadly chase that ended in Lorain County. Also, in her own words.
I don't remember. I don't recall it ever crying.
Police interviews of the woman at the center of the Geauga's child murder trial were played in court today. We'll have the latest. Security breach